Hey guys, welcome back to Surroguide. So I know it's been a while since we have posted. I believe our last video we posted was our transfer video, and a lot has happened since then. So I'm going to share what happened with our transfer, what took us so long, and what our next steps are right now, currently in the process. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. So for those of you who follow us on TikTok, we have posted quite a bit of videos sharing where we are in the process and what has happened from transfer up until now. But for those of you who don't have us on TikTok, I'm going to quickly sum up what happened. So our transfer ultimately failed. My first beta was a positive, but then my second beta went down, so was ultimately a negative. And they generally look for your beta to at least double. So even if your first beta is low, as long as it doubles at your second beta, then that is still technically a positive. Technically, you are still pregnant. But if it goes down, then chances are this isn't a viable pregnancy, and generally you'll stop meds and then you'll get your period, which is exactly what happened to me. My beta went down. I believe it was at 60 for the first one, and then it went down to 30. So it actually cut in half. So ultimately that was a negative. Wasn't a viable pregnancy. So our clinic had instructed me to stop meds, which I would say was sort of a relief because it was our first time doing progesterone, so we weren't doing all the tips and tricks, I suppose, that everyone is saying to do. And we also didn't really feel really prepared for it. So stopping meds was sort of a relief on my part because I was getting a lot of sore knots on my behind, and it was really hard for me to even walk. So that was really hard, and I feel like we prayed on it, and I feel like it was meant to fail. Like, it just wasn't meant to be. That transfer wasn't meant to be successful. And I know a bunch of people would probably say, well, why would you say that? You know, these IPs have been waiting so long. But I feel like it wasn't meant to happen for us. Even though everything went flawlessly and the embryo ultimately stopped developing, I feel like just in that point in time, it wasn't meant to work. And so transfer failed. I was told to stop all meds and then wait until I got my period, and then be in contact with the clinic for next steps, basically, on what to expect. So ultimately, I thought, okay, this one failed, but our IPs did have more embryos, more biological embryos. So we were just gonna try again, right? Well, I get in contact with our fertility clinic, and they let me know that we are not going to be doing another transfer right now because our IPs are wanting to search for a donor to get donor embryos. They were suspecting there was potentially an issue with the biological embryos, which is why, it didn't stick, and with their history. So they wanted to try getting a donor so that they can create donor embryos. Of course, with the father's sperm. So the baby would still have 50% of the couple we're caring for's DNA. So what ended up happening was they let me know we're not going to be scheduling another transfer right now because we're going to be waiting on that. They did have a donor picked out already, but she won't be having a transfer until November, and we were in September when transfer failed. So they told me you probably won't be having another transfer until December or January. Is that okay? Are you on the same page? And we weren't prepared to wait that long because our journey started last year in October. So we were anticipating to transfer this year and get pregnant this year, and it just didn't happen for us. And so we let the clinic, yes, we're going to just wait. And I had actually told our coordinator through our agency that I feel like the reason why our transfer didn't go well is because I feel like we're meant to carry a girl for them. At our match meeting, our IPs had voiced that they very much so wanted to have a daughter. And so I felt that it would be really special for me to carry a girl for her. And mainly so because I have all boys, and we tried numerous times to have a girl and were just unsuccessful. But I feel like that was because, God didn't want me to, I just wasn't meant to have a daughter. I was only meant to have sons. And I feel like in my heart, that's true to me. But I feel like it would be special of me to help another woman have a daughter. And so that's something that I felt after transfer, which I felt kind of helped me cope with it, is knowing this one failed, but I feel like in my heart I meant to carry a girl for them, because we transferred a boy embryo and they only had boy embryos. So they were hoping to get some girl embryos in hopes to get a daughter. And so that originally was the plan. Their donor transferred in November as planned. I believe it was October, November, around that time. And sure enough, they got quite a bit of eggs. I believe they got around like 50 or so, tested them all, and they got a nice percentage of them that actually tested normal, and quite a bit were girl embryos or girl eggs. So we will be transferring a girl embryo. Due date is set for January 9th, and we're super excited. I mean, it's pretty much a week and a half away, so we're super excited for that. A little nervous, obviously, since this will be our second transfer, and obviously there's a lot on the line considering I'll be applying for nursing programs next year. So we're not sure if I will be getting into a program and delivering at the beginning. So we currently have a lot planned for that. I have a lot planned for school, but we're determined to help a family have a baby, and that's our goal as of right now. So that is what's happened up until now. Transfer did fail, but we do have some donor embryos. We're going to be transferring a girl donor embryo, which is so amazing. I am so excited to carry a girl. I've never carried a girl, so it's going to be extra special. And I will keep you guys updated as things move along. I hope this video wasn't too long, because I tried my best to keep it short, but I know that not a lot has happened, but a lot has happened in the time between now and our last transfer. So I haven't started progesterone yet. I wanted to share, because I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, what's going to be different now? You're going to be on progesterone. It's going to be uncomfortable. Well, this time around, I did get a massage gun, and I do have my heating pad. So I'm going to try some new things this time around. And we're going to be administering my shot a little earlier in the day. Before, we used to do it right at the end of the day, where we're winding down and we're getting ready for bed. But I'm hoping to do it just before dinner time, so that I could be walking around and I'm not just going to bed and just letting the medication sit. So hopefully, between my massage gun and my heating pad and being active and moving around, can help break up some of the medication and prevent me from getting knots and soreness in that area. Of course, we'll see. And we were very much so prepared to continue shots regardless of how painful they were. But like I said before, I feel like the transfer wasn't meant to happen. I feel like this transfer, I feel in my heart, is more likely to be successful. But then again, you never know. You never know. Only God knows. So thanks so much, guys, for watching this video. I will be posting more. Make sure to go follow us on TikTok, though, because I am hoping to post more updates on there. And it's easier to post to TikTok than it is here to YouTube, because with YouTube I have to do a lot more editing. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share with a friend who's going through a surrogacy journey. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.